Welcome to RVing in New England, the nation's only forum that puts you on stage with some of the biggest names in the RV industry. And now your hosts, John DePietro and Bob Zagami.
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
Now with the biggest names in the RV industry, but I think we have four bigger names tonight, and it's going to be a great show. We're going.
Let's get right to the women. Let's get right to the
women panels and great discussions with some great ladies, some of our great dealers in NERVDA. Before we, I don't want to do a lot in the beginning, John, unless you got something special.
No, let's go. Let's bring on the women.
Well, let's do something else first, though, because you are going to be away for a couple of weeks.
I'm on special assignment to meet the Wiggum people in Italy.
You got that dealer list I sent you, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I had a picture of Italy, but I don't have it now, so I don't have any idea what I do with it. But tell them where you're going, and you will not be here the next 2 weeks. Uncle Bernie will be filling in for you the next 2 weeks.
There we go.
So he's got
Bernie,
big shoes. I just found it. Now you can talk about Italy.
We will be there at Florence and Rome.
Yep.
This time next week, we will be, 6:40. We'll probably be sitting at the end of the runway at Logan on a Delta A330 Airbus in row 47.
I don't think we need the road number.
Row 47. In other words, I'm way the hell in the back of the plane. But we're looking forward to it. We're going with some kids and grandkids.
Fantastic.
And it'll be a good time. It'll be a great time.
Okay, well then let's bring in our.
So Bob, as we bring these young ladies up,
yes,
it's very important to note that although they're spring chickens in the business, I was just looking, and 1959, how long ago is 59? That's so 40, 65 years, 66 years.
That's Longview RV.
For Longview. Jill is 51 or 2 years at Majors. Michelle is 40 years. And Campers Inn is how many years?
66. So you got
1966?
Yeah, so you got
34, 54, 59 years.
Yep, 59, right, because next year is a big one.
Bring them up. Well, I'm going to use my calculator.
Why don't you use your fingers?
Because I'm going to add it up and get it right.
Okay.
I'm going to add it up and get it right. Ladies, welcome.
41 and 25 be 66.
66
welcome, ladies. Don't worry about it while he indulges himself
40
in that.
plus 59 plus.
Welcome, everybody. I'll tell you what, we probably have a lot of new fans joining us tonight that may not know who you are. Sometimes we take that for granted that we know everybody and everybody knows you. So let's start with Lexi.
Before you do that,
try to keep your intros to about 30 seconds. Tell us,
right. But I want to let the audience know that these ladies represent 217 years of experience. Now, by their youthful appearance, you would never know that. Except for Zagami. They'd say he was there before any of you were founded.
Well, I don't know, DePietro, if you add up the two of us, we may equal their experience.
Right, not quite. Lexi, why don't you start off?
Hi, everyone. I'm Lexi Roberts from Longview RV in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. My grandfather started Longview in 1959, so I am now the third generation. So it's me and Dad at the store. I do a little bit of everything, all the way to marketing. What else do you want me to say?
Marketing is at the top of your list or the bottom of the list?
That's what I'm working on. It's the top. I did not go to school for marketing, but I'm learning everything I can right now.
Every day.
A lot of learning to do. There's a lot of digital things going on, a lot to the website and online shopping.
Okay. Pedro, you can select them in the order that you'd like.
Jill, go right ahead, young lady.
I'm Jill Slater, and I work at Majors RV. I've been there since '97, so that's 27 years. I'm the parts manager, and I love helping all the customers and doing all the ordering, keeping everything organized, doing a little bit of dabbling with everything, I think.
You're right.
Very knowledgeable at what you do.
And making all the cakes.
You make the cakes and the cupcakes, right?
Yeah. Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle Andro with Hemlock RV, and we just celebrated our 40th anniversary in business in the RV business. My parents started a Hemlock Hill campground in the 70s that myself and my brothers all worked through and learned the business that way. My brothers, and so the RV business was a natural outgrowth of the campground, and my brothers now run the business, and I head up all marketing efforts.
There we go. And Devyn?
I'm Devyn Cady. I'm with Campers Inn. I started here about 5 years ago, just over 5 years now, right at the beginning of COVID. So I started here as a receptionist and kind of worked my way all the way up to being the manager of the shop. So I run the biggest shop in the company for now. We'll see where we go when we grow, and hopefully I'll move up with them.
Now, by shop, define what you mean by shop.
Yeah, what are some of your responsibilities, Devyn?
So I make sure that all the technicians that are here have work and they're putting out quality, keep them on track. If they have any questions with anything, get them with the right people, kind of just keeping them in their bays and working and trying to get everything as streamlined as possible for them.
Okay. So, Bob, I just figured out one thing.
Just one, John?
And, you know, we talk about actually all of these businesses are family-run businesses, okay? And everybody except Devyn works with either their parents, their spouse, or their siblings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, if those aren't challenges in themselves, nothing is. And, you know, I think that's pretty cool. But
well, go around the table on that. And I'm having a little trouble lining up our videos. But go around the table and explain what you think of the pros and the cons of working in a family business.
Devyn, you can take a break now. You're not married to anybody. Are you?
I'm not married, but I do actually work with my boyfriend. So
okay, there you go.
I can contribute if you need me to.
Is he a tech?
No, he's not.
Okay.
No, he's on the sales side.
Oh, always coming over and telling you what to do?
He tries.
Does he ask for preferential treatment for his?
He knows not to.
He knows not to. Okay, where do we start? Where are we going here?
We started with Devyn, so go backwards. Michelle, give us your comment there.
Yeah, I've worked with family probably since I was 10. I started when I was 10. I took a good chunk break and worked in corporate America for a while, and now I'm back and working with my brothers. And, you know, it definitely has its challenges, but more so I think it has its positives because we sort of understand each other naturally. And we know we actually all do think very differently. So we're all kind of in our own silos or in our own expertise. My one brother, Chris, is the owner and general manager, and he sort of heads up all sales and operations, finance, the business aspect. My other brother, Jason, is head of fixed operations. So all parts, service, accessories, techs, everything that goes on kind of behind the scenes, and I head up marketing. So we sort of have our own lanes, which works out really well.
And your mom is still your spiritual advisor.
Yeah, she is.
Because we
She
had
pops
such a
in.
we
She
had
pops
such a
into the
blast talking
dealership.
with her last year.
She loved talking with you. She
We
loved
did the
it.
video with her, right?
Yeah.
You
That's
did.
right.
It was a great video.
I love that you have her on video. It's great.
Yeah.
Jill?
I get to work with my husband. He started working at Majors 19 years ago. He's the store manager, so I'm actually technically working under him. And sometimes it is a little bit of a challenge, especially if I don't agree with what he is saying. Just have to hold my mouth shut.
You don't express those differences
I try not to.
on this side of the
No.
selling floor.
No.
That's in the back room there.
Try. Yeah, that doesn't always work either.
Yeah. We're
He's a
gonna
man.
we're gonna make a bet here amongst us all whether Jeff is gonna make a cameo appearance and just.
He says he doesn't have a wig, so he's not going to.
Okay.
I did just ask him a little bit ago.
Yeah. Lexi.
Thought there were going to be some challenges working with my dad, but honestly, it's been pretty smooth sailing. I think I come up with a lot of ideas and suggestion, and I think he's going to try to rein me in, but he says, hey, that's a great idea. Let's run with it. If you can think it out, map it out, just run with it. So it's been good, and I feel like the family aspect too, we go home or we're on family vacation or we're traveling, 20 groups and RVDA, wherever we're going, we're together. So we're always talking about the business and thinking up different things and, sitting there while we're reading the morning RV news together and we're coming up with different ideas when we see things. So it's a lot of togetherness, but it ends up being good in the end.
Lexi, I have to ask you a very important question about responsibilities at the facility. You said that you do a little bit of everything. Do you ever get to run the popcorn machine?
The popcorn machine, that's a little bit of a sore subject right now with me and Dad. So we haven't used it in a while. It's been missing. I don't know where it is.
Have you checked Todd Emerson? Because I think Todd Emerson has a claim to that, and it might be at his house.
Lexi,
I don't know where it is, but my dad feels very strongly that we need popcorn, and I feel very strongly that I'm going to be the person that's cleaning the popcorn machine every day. So I don't need the popcorn machine.
Well, no, you do. No, you do need the popcorn machine.
The smell of popcorn.
Anybody that comes through that door is expecting to smell the fresh popcorn. And 50% of them go right over and get their little bag and then worry about their business. So that's a critical part of Longview.
Yeah, but you should be able to delegate that to your brother or somebody.
My brother's in New York. He's not doing it. So
yeah, brother's nowhere near.
I know, but when he comes up to visit, say, hey, get to
clean
that
the popcorn machine every 3 months. I don't know if that's going to fly.
Yeah. Hey, you guys keep talking. I've got a technical glitch because I had a couple of videos that I wanted to show. So I'm going to recycle my machine, but I may drop off for a while, but I'll come right back on. Hopefully I don't screw up the whole program.
Okay. So
Right.
I'll give them some corporate questions. And again, we can go right around the horn. We'll start with Lexi and go right back again. But the demographics of the RV buyer has changed considerably in the last 7 or 8 years. Are you still seeing a younger audience coming into the store to buy their first time units?
Yeah, I think we're still seeing them. We did talk about this a little bit while I was traveling, and I just read an article. Sorry, I was traveling. I caught a little bug. But there's not a ton of super cheap small entry-level options out there. The price of that has gone up considerably in the last 10 years. Of your small entry-level towable. So
wait a minute, Lexi. There, they are. I got dealers in New England here advertising some of those small single axle brand new ones in the 13 to 15,000 range. I think the industry has done a good job on bringing in. Now, they're not built to the quality of some of the larger ones, but I mean, we've got dealers out there that have gone to shows and, without even taking the first offer, they're got signs on the rig saying 40% off MSRP.
Wait. Didn't you say take over here while you're going to deal with some technical stuff?
I already rebooted and it's working now.
Lexi, just disregard him. I'm
going to change the direction of the conversation, which I'm the producer of the show, so I'm going to do it. So I've got a slide for everybody, and I'm going to show you Lexi's slide. That's Lexi. Now she has just been appointed to what is the Emerging Leadership Coalition. So I got a surprise for you. Just for Lexi.
Hey, Lexi. Congratulations on your acceptance into the Emerging Leaders Coalition. We're so excited to have you on board as part of our next generation of RV industry talent. The Emerging Leaders Coalition, or the ELC, was created to identify, develop, and connect rising professionals across every corner of the RV world. From manufacturers and suppliers to dealers and service providers, it's a community built to empower emerging leaders like you with the tools, relationships, and confidence to make a lasting impact. The RV industry has always been about discovery, exploring new places, experiences, and possibilities. That same spirit drives the ELC. Through mentorship, networking, and leadership development opportunities, we're ensuring that the innovation, passion, and collaboration that define our industry continue to thrive for decades to come. One of the cornerstones of the ELC experience is the RV Industry Association's annual leadership conference, taking place March 10th through 12th, 2026 in Austin, Texas. It brings together top executives and future leaders from every segment of the industry for 2 days of connection, inspiration, and professional growth. Registration just opened this week, and we hope to see all of you there. You can find all the details at rvia.org. Once again, welcome to the Emerging Leaders Coalition, Lexi. We can't wait to see the energy and perspective you'll bring to this incredible community.
Wow.
Congrats.
Congratulations. We like to do these little surprises and throw them in there. Talk a little bit about that and what you hope to learn from that, Lexi.
Yeah, so I actually found out about the Emerging Leaders Coalition last year. I went to the RVIA Leadership Conference, and I kind of didn't know what to expect from it. I didn't know what I would learn. I didn't know anyone, so it was a big leap for me to go on my own. So I went, and I ended up just meeting a bunch of people. I did all the optional activities where I was by myself, so I had to go meet people. And I met someone who was on the coalition, and she said, you know what, we don't have a lot of dealers. You should join. And so I applied, and here I am now.
That's fantastic.
But what we're not telling you is that was really your dad, and we disguised him with an AI program, and it is Frank Roberts behind that.
I don't know if he would give a speech that good.
That's Catherine. She's new to RVIA, and she just did a fantastic job on that.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. So the next one up is I'm going to put Devyn up there because Devyn was just awarded Leader of Tomorrow by the RV Women's Association Alliance. Which we helped them get going many years ago. They do a fantastic job. And I got something for you too, Devyn.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for having me today and to be able to send this message to Devyn and congratulate her once again for winning the RVWA Leader of Tomorrow Award. every year we send out and receive a lot of applicants for each of our awards. And the Leader of Tomorrow never disappoints. There's always so many applicants, and it's just a testament of Devyn's work and who she is that she won this year. She is an amazing talent, and Campers Inn is very lucky to have her. We are so excited for you, Devyn. Congratulations again. Your future is going to be very bright. Just keep on the same road you're taking now, and you're going to do wonderful things. So happy that you won the award. Congratulations again. You deserve it. You're a rock star.
A rock star. See that? A rock star.
Yay!
Now you get to give your acceptance speech, Devyn.
Now we have to take a poll. I assume all four of you are members of RVWA. And if you're not, you better be by tomorrow.
I wasn't last time we did this, and then I was the next week.
Devyn,
Highly recommend.
Congratulations. You know,
Thank you.
It's a big honor, and we love to see the women get involved with RVWA because we remember it's interesting. And Susan and her team, Tracy Albing, have just done a great job of providing education and training. Give us your impression of RVWA, Devyn, and why women should be a part of it.
So I've been a member for 2 years now. It's been great. They have so many opportunities for you to go out and get involved and meet a lot of other people. I was able to go to the symposium to accept my award, so I got to meet a ton of different people, and it's not just women. So if you want to join too, feel free. But they had a lot of manufacturers, and being on the dealer side of things, it's really cool to get like people to talk to if you're ever stuck on anything, and other people's perspective really does help day-to-day activities here in the dealership. So it's nice to have those contacts.
Yeah, you know, the benefit of any association in any industry is really the ability to, why do I have you up there? There you go. The ability to network and learn from other people. And I'm going to get to Michelle and Jill in a second, but we haven't even said hello to our guest tonight.
Our audience.
Don from Athens, Texas. Uncle Bernie is there.
Folks.
Michelle Fontaine has joined us again tonight, rolling on TV. Not rolling on TV, it's RVing Today, the #1 lifestyle show in the industry. I'm curious. Quick question while Michelle's on there. How many of you play like those television programs, like RVing Today, like RV There Yet? How many of you play those in your customer lounges or in the service areas? Anybody?
Not yet. We don't have TVs there yet in our new building, so
Did you ever think of doing it? Passes time, and yes, they'll see some competitive commercials and stuff, but from an educational standpoint, I used to like to do that when I had my imaging company. And Dante has left Maine and is on his way to Florida.
Yep. And Dante, guess where he had breakfast this morning?
I don't know. I couldn't tell. I saw the picture. It looked too clean for a Waffle House, DePietro.
No. It was a Cracker Barrel.
Oh, it was a Cracker Barrel.
You could tell by the little thing of maple syrup.
I didn't catch that. My neighbor, not my neighbor, he's about 3 hours away from me. Walter Swenson's back down in Florida for the winter. And Bernie has a separate message for Devyn. Now,
Hey, Bernie.
See, Devyn, we don't allow these side conversations, but sometimes people don't listen to us. Bill Sell, who is behind the scenes, is when I screw up or we need help on the production side, Bill Sell, who does a lot of events. I've worked with Bill for 20 or 30 years, and we're working on an event now that we hope to have the dealers involved with, an RV exhibit in Gillette at Gillette Stadium, the March. Tell me again, Bill, the dates, but we're going to have an RV exhibit there, and we're going to be reaching out to all. The deal is to see who wants to be part of that group. Don says not having a wig hasn't stopped Bob. You're right. I have no vanity whatsoever, Don.
Or hair.
Yeah. And Charles Butler. Hello, Charles. Well, Don must be lonely tonight. John has taken popcorn orders for people in Italy. Yeah. Popcorn's so. They don't have that much popcorn in Italy. Walter Swenson, a resident engineer. You ever want to know what's going on during the show? Walter will just jump out there and do it. 16% growth in women in the industry, 20 to 2022, RVWA. RV manufacturers, 35% women in various roles, 2 to 3-year-old data. Service techs, only 2%. That's a big area. And I know RVTI and NRVTA putting a lot of emphasis on bringing more women into the technical aspect. Leadership roles, 22% held by company. Thank you, Mr. Swenson. And Uncle Bernie. Bernie, sit back, relax, have a drink. Don't jump in there. Congratulations, Lexi. Bernie again. Yay, Devyn. We're so proud of you. You should be proud of her. She's got more awards than you have, Bernie.
Devyn, you're in Merrimack, right?
Yes, I am.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
The mothership. Well,
Okay.
actually, not really the mothership, but the biggest.
Kinda.
Let me go back the other way here. And I don't have videos for Michelle and Jill. However, I want you to talk about, in your case, Michelle, the 40th anniversary, which you just came off. And I'd like you to talk about, again, similar to what John was saying there, what were you seeing for demographics? What were the hot products? You had a lot of giveaways and give us, I don't want any corporate secrets. I don't want to know how many people. I don't want to know how many you sold, but give us your view of how the open house went.
Well, I mean, we did a lot of media and advertising leading up to it. And we actually did some old school direct mail, inviting people to come. So we had both, innovation and old school tactics. 40 years of customers is a pretty big amount of traffic. So we had a lot of people on the lot this weekend. We were really happy with it. We had a few food trucks. We did a couple giveaways. We actually stocked kind of in a limited edition some e-bikes in the store, and we sold quite a few. The demographics, it's interesting. I don't know if it's trending age-wise. I think it's more seasonal. So right now at this time of year, like you were just speaking about, a lot of people are flying south for the winter. So we're fine. We're getting like those snowbirds or those couples who want a couples coach to go south or to head out for the winter months. But in the spring and the beginning of the summer, we do a lot of bunk houses because we have young families. So it really all depends. And to Lexi's point, that it all depends also on the price points, right? Because a lot of the younger generation doesn't have the capital or the finances to maybe buy one of these big units, but we have some really little ones that are at a really good price point that are great starters. We actually showcased one of the Catalina 134 RDXs. They're really, really cute, and they start at $12,900. It was in our Great Day segment with Scott Haney, who's a local meteorologist here on Channel 3. And that was really popular. As soon as they rolled out on the lot, we sold through quite a bunch. But, we also have, I called that the littlest, but we also have the luxury. So, it really all depends on lifestyle and, where people are in their family cycle in terms of having kids or being older and wanting to be snowbirds. It really depends how they're going to use it.
Well, I can tell you, they are back in Florida.
Yeah.
They're starting to invade us down here. I'm curious. I know you ran that sale on the pizza oven at 40% off.
Yeah.
Those are very popular. Did it hit with the public, and did they really like them?
I actually, I can't say I didn't get numbers on the pizza oven itself because we had a lot of other things on sale as well. So
Yep.
I don't have the exact breakout, but it is very popular.
Okay. And Jill, you just came off your spectacular fall open house.
Yes.
And you even had Mr. DePietro down there signing autographs while he was doing. Did he have a long line looking for his photograph and
Oh,
autograph?
he got busy
Uh-huh.
trying to figure out where he was because he's being hounded by everybody.
Oh, well, he's a very popular guy. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll roll out the red carpet for him when he gets over to Italy. But, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep. As long as they don't roll out the
Have a
handcuffs.
meeting with the Pope and do that. What's hot in the store, and what caught their attention at your open house?
It pretty much the open house being, the end of the season, we were trying to get people thinking about getting your winter prep ready. So that was the main focus with everybody. On Thursday, we had the vets and seniors discount, and it really was probably about 85% of the people coming in were vets or seniors.
Wow.
And they
By the way,
were
Bob, that's veterans, not veterinarians.
not veterinarians,
right.
no.
Yes,
veterans.
Veterans, right.
Yes. But we did a really big amount of between the mouse pouches and the mold and mildew treatments and antifreeze. We sold a ton of that stuff, and everyone was, and it's funny. It's like we had a lot of customers that were transitioning. We had 70 customers that were transitioning from one campground to another one because the one next quarter mile down from us is closing next year.
7, yeah, you get a one that's closing right down there, right? Bayview?
Yeah, Bayview's closing.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of people getting stuff for the move. They need new sewer hoses and all that kinds of stuff.
And they're not closing because of business, Jill.
No, they're closing because their sewer system has failed.
Yep.
Oh, is that what it was? And they'd have
millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Wow. So sell it to a developer and let them do something with it.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping, that someone will do something good with it.
Yeah. But Bob, one of the things that Jill is too modest to talk about is the fact that people come in with questions, or you'd be amazed at the number of people. And this happened several times in the first half hour when I was in there. People come in with a broken something or other. Okay. And Jeff or somebody or Jill or whoever is there takes it from them and walks over to the aisle and says, "This is what you need." And what was it, Jill, that Jeff was going to give him the wrong thing, and then you gave him the right thing? It was one of those things.
That?
It was something on Thursday morning that Jeff said, no, we don't have it. And Jill said, hold on.
I don't remember what that was now. I do remember that, but I don't remember what it was.
It did happen. I forget who the customer was.
That's why Jill's in charge of parts.
Yep.
That it really is amazing. And Devyn, I'm sure that you see it now with people come into you guys, because you're in the service end of it. And Lexi, you spent a lot of time in service too, right? Before moving across the street. And Michelle knows what service means to them, because Michelle, point the new building out behind you.
It's the big one right there.
The big one.
Yeah.
Not
with
what?
The sign.
17 days, something like that. But service is so important.
16 service bays.
Yeah, we added 16 service bays, and I would say, to Jill's point, we do see people walking in the dealership with broken pieces, like parts and stuff. Like, I need this, and they just hold it up. And me being in marketing, I cannot help them, but we do have an expert who actually just asked Amy. She's doing a little social media series.
Now, that's when I share your post, I always say, just ask Amy. Was that deliberate to put the focus on and have people think about, if you got a question, just ask Amy? Because we're going to make her famous. We'll have to bring her on.
Can't say go ask Alice.
She got so many good 5-star reviews. She's just so friendly and so enthusiastic. She just came through RVTI, right? Training. She has her level 1 certificate and she's so proud of it. And she just knows everything about parts. She's really good at her job and she's so enthusiastic and passionate about it. So we just thought we'd highlight her a little bit.
Good. Let me throw a question out for you. John and I talk a lot to the campgrounds and the campground associations. And if you go around the country, dealers do a terrible job communicating with campgrounds in their backyard. And are any of you doing anything special to increase your exposure within the campgrounds? Yeah, let's face it, they got everybody sitting in the campgrounds, a pre-qualified prospect to buy something new or go up or to solicit service. Anybody reaching out to campgrounds and doing anything special? Lexi, you start, and I'll go back around the table here.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of formal things that we do, but when I see them all at shows, when I'm there, you want to go introduce yourself just so they know who's who, because like some of the customers, you're the one in South Windsor, Windsor Locks. They don't know, if you've never shopped for an RV before, you don't necessarily know the RV dealers from each other. So the campgrounds don't necessarily have direct experience with us. So, we try to tell them we have parts, we have service, this is what we have that makes our dealership a little bit different. But with that being said, I've also, since I've been involved with RVIA, I've met a lot of people on the campground side of the industry, and I've learned a lot kind of about the problems campground owners face and just how different it is on the campground side of the industry.
Well, the biggest problem is, they like to say we have a 3-legged stool between the manufacturers and the dealers and the campgrounds, but that's not really true. We, as an industry, we have to do a lot better. When somebody buys a new RV and they go to a campground, if they have a problem, they don't call you. They go up to the office and they expect the it's an unworthy burden that they place on the campground, because they think that the campground should be able to answer their questions, but they don't know enough, especially with newcomers. They don't know enough about the RVs. They don't know who they should talk to. They don't even know what the questions are to ask. And every campground has a list of independent mobile technicians that hopefully can come in and service them. And of course, we have Ryan Hadley from TR Trick Systems there. He does a lot within his geographical area. Jill, you're down in the Cape, you get a lot of campgrounds. Tell us the secret to your service, that extra bay that you have available. I think that's one of the great services that you offer. And I suspect everybody on Cape Cod knows about it, but explain that process.
The extra bay?
Yeah, you keep an extra bay or two during the summer that's empty.
Just in case, if you are having a really serious problem and you're broken down and you are on your way to your vacation or on your vacation, service will try to go and slide you right in and get you going and all fixed up so you can continue your vacation.
Yep.
Yeah. You try to keep a little bit of a slot open.
Yep. And Michelle, you have a campground background. How do you continue that relationship now that you're no longer in the campground business?
Yeah. Most recently, with the new building being built and us moving, we sort of have, that's taken kind of a back seat. But beforehand, we were doing goodie bags that had discounts at a variety of campgrounds. And I would go, like Lexi was saying, at the shows and go connect with them and then email afterwards. And I do some artwork for them and put together a goodie bag of campground discounts. So we had been doing that for a while. And just like you said, having our campground background, both my brothers still camp all summer, every weekend. So they sort of are in the campground
They
all
have
summer.
they have their own little Andro compound down there in Rhode Island.
They do. They do. So they hear they hear and see firsthand because they've sold some of the RVs that are alongside them in the campground.
Well, I think that's a big selling point that, we camp also. We know the problems. We understand the problems. We can communicate with you. Devyn, how about Campers Inn?
So a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but I know that our financing office, whenever you buy a camper here, you get a free 1,000 Trails membership. So it's like free camping at participating campgrounds in the area, or a little bit outside of the area too. So if you're traveling, you can go there. But that's as much as I know on my side.
But she's in a position, Devyn, where you get on a Friday or a Monday or whatever in the summertime, you see license plates from all over the place, from people from other parts of the country that are vacationing in New Hampshire.
Yep.
And they're begging for help.
Let's reverse the cycle this time. As you look at the industry, what is the one single thing that you think the industry should focus on improving? Nobody's perfect. I'm not looking for bash anybody, but what is the one thing that, as you look at your experience, what should the industry be really focusing on improving? Go ahead.
Honestly, probably across the board, just timely communication that goes with between everybody, dealership to customer, manufacturer to dealership, all across the board. And that probably means getting staffing up, and everybody's working on that. So I think that's my biggest piece of feedback for everybody is when you reach out, you expect somebody to pick up, right? It's the same with the technicians.
Right. One thing before I hit a glow to Michelle, I forgot. Not only did Devyn win the leader award, but Campers Inn won the company award, Champion of Women. This is the highest award that they give out. So of all the dealers in the country, of all the people, all the company, and this doesn't just go to dealers. They look for a company that supports women, champions women, give them programs and what have you. That's Jeff Hirsch in the middle between Susan Carpenter on the right and Tracy Alpendinger on the left. But congratulations to Campers Inn. So they were the top dog in the country last year. Michelle, how are you going to change the industry?
It's funny because that is one of those questions on our top 50 RVDA awards application. And we really...
You are a top 50 dealer.
We are.
As is Campers Inn in Jacksonville, yeah. Go ahead.
Excellent. One of the things we talk about is really elevating the customer ownership experience through quality of product and responsiveness. So as consumers are, more and more trained by the Amazons and the Apples of the world and expecting immediate gratification and a high level of quality, our industry needs to live up to that, because we sort of only get like one shot at it. If a first timer comes into the industry and has a bad experience, you kind of lose them forever. It's kind of hard to get that second chance. So we really need to focus on having a good customer ownership experience.
And that falls both on the dealership as well as the manufacturer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
In combination. Hey, Bob, before we go to our next two ladies, Susan Hirschfield had a question at 7:35.
Can buyers still mortgage Class A's? Yes, they can. I know mortgage pay more in end, but enjoy a way of life for the monthly amount like rent. Not sure that I follow that. We put down some cash and financed.
Yeah, they don't have the money to buy the whole thing.
Well, that's true. Now, the one thing, it's one of my sticking points with the industry is I am not in favor of people taking 20-year loans out on an RV. People should buy what they can afford. They do depreciate, and we have too many people that wind up being what we call in the industry upside down, that when they go to trade, the unit they owe more than the unit is worth. So be very cautious about working with the finance people, but try to stay within a specific know beforehand what you want to buy. RVs are very emotional, and you can go on the lot saying I don't want to spend more than $25,000, and you walk off the lot with a $50,000 unit. Make sure that you can afford it. And our friend Mary Barco Ott is here.
Hi, Mary.
Yeah, everybody knows Mary, right? Devyn, do you know Mary? All right, you should know Mary. She's a legend in the industry.
You'll love her.
She's with
Hi, Mary.
Foland Supplies up in New York, so they provide a lot of supplies and services to the industry. Thank you for what you all do. Nice to have you there, Mary. Okay, we got them all. Okay, all right. So Jill, how are you going to change the world?
So I think that the parts manufacturers need to be able to help us a lot better than what most of them are doing. They should have, if they have a part, like a water heater that has a breakdown, they need to have it on their website, and they need to have all the information available to us so that we don't have to call into them every single time and waste our time. So we need a lot more help from our manufacturers, just because we're trying to sell your parts, but it's tough to sell it when you can't get the information, especially on Saturdays.
Unfortunately, you're right. And they are trying through the repair event cycle time, which is a new initiative that the industry has for monitoring and measuring what happens from the first time the unit comes into the shop till the unit gets out of the shop. And it's trying to reduce the amount of time, because there's too many situations where people come in and we see them post on the consumer thing. It's not every deal, but sometimes they wait 2 or 3 months. So they need to, they're doing a better job, and they're making some progress on that. Lexi, how are you going to change the world?
I think kind of going off what we were talking about, we do run into a lot of issues when customers at a campground, you have to bring it back to us. So we're trying to work with the manufacturers, we're trying to work with the customers, trying to get them turned around as fast as possible. So, more pre-approvals, and explaining to customers, we want to take you in as soon as possible for a trip ending issue and just spin you right around. But if it's something small, wait till you're done with your trip and you have a little bit of downtime with it. But we really want to make sure those important issues are addressed as soon as possible, because if your AC goes out in the middle of the summer, it's really going to discourage you from camping. I have all these problems. So just fixing major issues as soon as possible, and working with dealers and the manufacturers to prioritize these big trip ending issues.
Good point.
Trip ending issues. That's it.
So throw a question out to them, John. Your turn.
Well, we were just talking about their, the new customer that's coming in, but at the same time, companies that have 217 years of combined experience, they have a lot of repeat business. And are you seeing, just like Lexi, your third generation, are you seeing people come in now that their grandparents bought from you first and you're dealing with them now? Is that an issue that you deal with much?
That was yours, Lexi. That was yours.
Yeah, we see a lot of that. And I get a lot of people too that say, oh, we remember we were up on the tower and we had our 3-state view from our original location. And
on the Mohawk Trail.
Yes, so we do get a lot of calls that, I bought my original pop-up back in 1960. And so it's great to hear that kind of stuff. And we do have the reputation from all of those years being in business. And we do get a lot of customer referrals, my neighbor, my friend, whoever bought from you, and they just send them back here. And we do something a little bit unique. I think some people might do this, but we take customers in, even if they didn't buy from us, even for warranty issues, because we're a forced river dealer. So if it's a forced river issue, we can work with you on it, even if you didn't buy the unit here. So we kind of just want to show that our service really is great. So when it comes time to buy your next unit, you'll keep us in mind and remember that even though you didn't buy it here, we're going to do the work and provide a good customer experience regardless.
Yeah,
that's a critical point. When I had my imaging company and we sold a lot of equipment, we would service anything, because if you lost the first sale, it certainly wasn't the service department that lost it. It was a salesperson that didn't do enough work. I always told my salespeople, if you lose a sale, look in the mirror, because that's where the problem is. And we would take other companies in, because if you service them the right way and you got the right attitude, Lexi, you will get the next one, because they're going to understand the difference. People understand the difference, and after the sale aspect of it, you're right.
Yeah. Now, Jill, one of the things that I noticed last time we were there, just a couple of weeks ago, we had people coming in that, were showing Chris, where the old store used to be before the new addition was put on.
Yes.
And you got customers telling the new owner that he's been coming there for 35 years. And I remember when it was just this garage and you didn't, that must make it easier for you guys to, to go about your day knowing that you've got those people that have been, you've got so many customers for life.
To come in. We love that. Yeah, we found out today that George has been running for about 40 years.
40 years, and he's still
40
going?
Years. Yeah.
Why don't you tell the ladies who George is?
So, we've got Curious George on a wire that goes across the store, back and forth. He just continues back and forth all day long.
A monkey on a bicycle.
A monkey on a bicycle.
And a high wire.
Yeah. He was made to go only like 20, 30 feet, and now he goes, 50? 40,
Yeah.
50?
Yeah.
Back and forth every day.
That's funny.
Let me throw something out. I can't believe we're almost done. God. How many of you are active campers? And Devyn, you're shaking your head. Tell us about your experiences, what you camp in, and
you just grabbed them off the lot.
I did, actually. It was one that came in on trade, and I actually suggested it for my dad. My dad bought it. We actually bought it together. And when he upgraded, he let me have it. So I camp in a little teardrop. It was just me and my boyfriend, and now we have 2 dogs, and we're slowly outgrowing it. But it's really fun. It's nice getting to relate to the customer when they come in.
Well, yeah. when you've totally outgrown that, there's at least 2 other women on this panel that can put you in a brand new one. Right.
I think Uncle Bernie's first in line. Uncle Bernie just bought he had the same situation, right, Devyn? Somebody brought a Grand Design Imagine in on trade, and he scooped it up.
Yep.
Michelle, are you part of the camping compound?
I'm not. I frequently visit, but I'm not in an RV. Ironically, my mom is about 8 miles away in Rhode Island in a house, and I help her out and stay there. And my sister-in-law and her husband live on the same lake as my brother's campground. So it's really a family affair.
Yeah, interesting.
You notice Michelle said that she helps out the mom while the two brothers don't do
the 2
camp.
brothers drinking a beer and throwing a steak on the grill. Yeah.
Oh, they cook up a storm, definitely. They're into fishing, so they go catch fish and tuna. We'll have fresh tuna. Everyone clams. We get fresh clams. It's really good.
When they catch the fresh tuna, do they come back and strip it and make sushi for everybody?
They do.
Well, how come I haven't had an invite?
You're in Florida.
Yeah, you're in Florida.
Yeah, but I was in New
Gotta
England
come
for
from Rhode
a while,
Island.
Michelle. You know, Jill, you guys camping?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we aged out of our camper. It died, and we just haven't gotten to getting a new one.
You're too busy working.
And too busy working, yes. With both of
Lexi,
us at the
how
same
about
place,
you?
it's a little tough.
Too busy working all summer. I said, I'm going to go on a trip. I'm going to go on a few trips, get some content, really feel the whole experience. And it's almost November, and look where I am. No trips yet.
Assume you're campers. What is your dream trip? Where's the one place that you would love to go camping?
Yeah, and give us that in 10 seconds or less.
Now, Lexi, go ahead. Start.
So we actually did a big cross-country trip. So I've been to so many national parks. We did it when I was a kid. So I would love to go back to Yellowstone. That's the dream. Just kind of take a trip all the way out there and make Yellowstone the main event with some stops along the way, because it is an amazing park.
Good. Jill, where's your dream vacation? Camping.
I'm with Lexi. Go across the country and just see all the national parks and just see all the country. There's so many
I
beautiful
think that's like the number one answer. Anytime I'm talking to anyone and say what I do, the very first thing they say is, "Oh, I've always wanted to go cross country."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the national parks, Yellowstone, the Grand Canyon for me.
Yeah, and we have friends that they have done it. They've taken like 5 or 6 trips, different parts of the country, and they've been to almost all the national parks.
Yeah. And if you don't want to drive from the Northeast, you can always fly out to Salt Lake City and rent a unit like we did and saw Yellowstone that way, because we only had 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And, that's another way to do it. If there's a park that is really of interest to you and you don't have a month and a half off, fly out, rent one, and still enjoy it that way.
Where's your dream trip, Devyn?
I would agree with the national parks. I do really want to go to Bar Harbor though.
Bar Harbor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. We are getting close to the bewitching hour. John, any last questions or ideas?
No, I just want to, you know what? I tell you, we know all these women. I haven't met Devyn in person. Maybe I have when I've been up there, hounding Bernie or something.
Well, I probably met her when she was a receptionist. And congratulations.
Probably.
You've moved up very quickly in the organization, Devyn. So I'm sure your award was well deserved.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
But we know all the other women, and you know what? I'm just proud to say that I know them and know that the work that they're doing in the industry is top notch and benefits everybody.
I agree. Thank you, ladies. Always a pleasure to have you on one time, and I guess we will do down the road a little bit when we get going. And
thank you for having us.
Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
See ya.
right, and don't forget to like and share what we're doing. Thanks for everybody. We'll see you down the road.
You.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.